newest flagship product. And we have big plans for India. What makes a great phone? And, you know, there's many answers that we get all the time. Well, we've got some great news for you because I is coming. Are you guys ready? All right, here is MI4i. It's a flagship Mi device made for India. Mi for India. So let's start with design. MI4i has a unibody design that's just beautiful and flawless. It's a single polycarbonate body that wraps up the entire device. MI4i comes in many beautiful colors. Here's yellow. Here's the blue sky version. Here's pink for the ladies. Here's the whole family of colors. When you ask users, is that the overwhelming majority says, I don't want a big phone. Right? So we think the right question to ask actually is, how small is MI4i? MI4i is an ultra-compact flagship device. Yeah. It's actually the same height as iPhone 6 with a 10% larger screen. It's 7.8 millimeters thin. That's just 12% thinner than MI4. It's also super light. It's 130 grams, which is 13% lighter than MI4. And we've created a special anti-grease coating that resists stains, smudges, fingerprints, and pretty much anything else. Even in the case of a marker that's designed to stick to any surface, all you gotta do is just wipe it away. Do you guys want to see it? We're shipping at 3,120. What we did by using the absolute latest technology, a 4.4 volt battery. We're also using a 700 watt-hour per liter polymer cell platform. MI4i is only the second device in the world to ship with this battery technology. And it's 72% larger. But since none of us lives in a lab, let me just tell you that it gets you through about 1.5 days of usage. MI4i supports quick charge, of course. Now let's talk about the display. There's a lot of cool stuff here. MI4i, of course, ships with a 1920 by 1080, 1080p display. In fact, MI4i has a higher PPI than both iPhone 6 and iPhone 6. And we're shipping NTSC 95% ultra-high color gamut. This is the iPhone 6 NTSC 72% triangle. Basically, the colors that can be displayed are those inside of the triangle. And this is the MI4i NTSC 95%. Fully laminated OGS display. So the entire display of MI4i is an assembly that's fully laminated. It means that the glass and the touch panel are actually a single component. There's no air gap between the touch panel and the LCD. It means that the pixels are actually much closer to the surface of the glass. This customized solution from Corning for us has the same base composition as Gorilla Glass 3, which makes it super tough and super scratch resistant. This fully laminated OGS display is that it's really black when the LCD is off. Look at that. So we've developed a really awesome new technology called Sunlight Display. And next I want to talk about cameras. Yep, that's what I thought. Our approach to mobile photography is to take top-of-line hardware and then combine it with really smart software. What's inside, in fact, are the highest quality optical and electronics components that you can find. We're shipping the highest sensor, 13 megapixels from Sony and Samsung, a 5-element lens with an f 2.0 aperture, which lets in a lot of light. The front camera of MI4i is also very, very strong. It's a 5 megapixel camera with a 5-element lens as well, f1.8 aperture and 80-degree wide angle. We designed MI4i with a two-tone flash. The first one that I want to talk about is Beautify. Beautify is actually quite clever. It uses a face analysis algorithm to estimate, first of all, your age and your gender. Then it uses 12 different profiles, 6 female and 6 male profiles. This one was included in the presentation against my will. But it does show how Beautify tends to make wrinkles really disappear. Should we take a group selfie? Alright, let's pull it off. I'm going to use my blue MI4i. Oh look, it's telling me I'm 29 years old. Oh, pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to hit the shutter, and then we're going to see the countdown. I set it to 5 seconds. So you guys have to pose, huh? 2, 1. So next feature, as many of you know, I'm a pretty big fan of HDR. We're adding some new features to our HDR functionality that really take it to an entirely new level. So, with a Snapdragon 6 processor. Now, what you did not guess is that we're shipping MI4i with a second generation Snapdragon 615 processor, which is actually considerably faster than the first generation. It's a 64-bit architecture, which will give you higher memory throughput and so on. The coolest thing about this architecture, it's an octa-core architecture, is that Snapdragon 615 is actually designed and engineered completely in India. And here are the benchmarks. MI4i shows flying colors in the key benchmarks, including going over 40,000 on Antutu. We're shipping MI4i with 2 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM and 16 gigabytes of onboard flash. I want to quickly cover software, talk about system. MI4i, of course, ships with MIUI 6, which has already surpassed the mark of over 100 million active users around the world, which is a really, really awesome feature. MI4i is our first device. So we're very, very excited about the fact that MI4i is the first Android L device that we're shipping on MIUI 6. A completely new feature that we've built for India on top of MIUI. Yes, it's a feature called Visual IVR, which we're adding to MIUI, and we're really excited. Yes, we're really, really excited to introduce that to India. So basically, let me show you how this works. All you have to do is basically dial the number as you normally would, using your keypad, or you can dial from your address book. And then as soon as a call connects, basically you're going to see this screen with that button. If the IVR system is compatible, meaning if we know that IVR system, it says voice name. Then when you tap that voice menu, you're basically inside of Visual IVR. So here, you'll choose English, then arrivals and departures, so we can quickly navigate through those options. I know the train number, so I can choose that. I want trains for tomorrow. I want to go back to MI4i and talk about wireless. A couple things I want to highlight here. First of all, as is standard with all of our flagship devices, dual micro SIM support, dual standby. We support 5 different wireless nodes and 16 bands, which of course includes FDD LTE 1800 and TDD LTE 2300, which are the 4G bands here in India. And of course, very, very useful is also the fact that 2G, 3G, and 4G are supported in both SIM slots. And also, as with all of our flagship devices, we support 802.11 AC Wi-Fi. And not only that, but we're also adding support to MU-MIMO, which is a new wireless standard that gives you 3 times faster downlink speed on Wi-Fi networks. In addition to 802.11 AC, MI4i also supports Bluetooth 4.1, GPS GLONASS, Wi-Fi Direct, And then we just sneaked in USB on the go here, even though it has nothing to do with wireless. Seemed like a good place to put it. We only work with the world's top suppliers. For MI4i, we are getting our processor from Qualcomm, displays from Sharp and JDI, memory and battery from Samsung, the camera sensor and battery also coming from Sony, and the display glass from Corning. And that's just to name a few. Here are many of our other suppliers. These are hand-picked companies that are the absolute best of what they do in their respective fields. Flagship devices are expensive to make. They're not cheap, folks. And we've designed a flagship device for India. So, let me ask you the question again. कितना दोगे? MI4i goes on sale April 30th. Registration starts tonight at 8 p.m. And it will later be available across all of our channels, including, of course, B.com. And also starting in May, MI4i will also be available in all of our other global markets in May, including Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia, who are all tuned in to the webcast right now. So looking forward to that. And here is the slogan that we created for MI4i. Innovation made compact. Okay, is this the end? What if I said that B is coming? What? Yep, there it is. You got it.
Do you like MI4i? Do you like Mi Band?
Yes.
Okay. We have a gift for everyone.
You're the man.
We will give everyone a free Mi Band.
I already have a Mi Band.
Are you okay? Are you okay?